Good morning, dear students. Today we will start exercise 9b. So your first question is fill in the blanks. Number 1, 23% plus 47% plus dash is equal to 100%. So since here all of these are in percent, so it must be in terms of percent, and we can simply add or subtract in between similar kind of quantities. So here, since it is all in terms of percentage, so it is clear for us that this will be also percentage. Since we don't know this value, so let us assume this is x. So our expression will be 23% plus 47% plus x percent is equal to 100%. Since we don't know this value, in place of this blank we are writing x percent. Now we can add this 23% and 47%. Therefore this will become 70% plus x percent is equal to 100%. Now if you say this is become an algebraic equation, is it? How we can express this? 70 plus x is equal to 100. That means this is now an algebraic equation. To find the value of x, how we can find the value of x? We can shift the 70 to that side. See, here it is 70 is plus with x, so when it is shifted to that side, it will become minus. Therefore x is equal to 100 minus 70. 100 minus 70, 30. Therefore value will be 30%. Our answer is 30%. I think this is clear for everyone. Similarly, solve number 2 also. Next question number 2. 18% of 650 boys in a school take commerce. How many boys take commerce? So what is the number of boys? 650. And how many percent of them taking commerce? 18%. So what is the expression in question number 2? 18% of 650. So we'll write the expression 18% of 650. Now if you can remember, in exercise 9a we solved that type of question. How we can express 18% in terms of fraction? 18 by 100. In place of we can write multiplication, and next is it is 650. So now only we need to simplify this. Here is 1, so 100 into 1 it is 100, and 18 into 650. You can simply cut 1 1 0. 2 5s are 10, 2 9s are 18. 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are 6, next is 15, 13. So 13 5s are 16. So our answer will be 13 into 9. 13 into 9. 39 107. So 18% of 650 boys, that means 117. Therefore 117 boys take commerce. Is it clear for everyone? Only you need to read the question and have to understand the word into mathematical terms. 18%, that means 18 by 100 of means multiplication 650 boys. Is it clear? Now next question number 6. Out of every 20 vehicles passing in a certain spot, 7 were buses. So out of 20 vehicles, 7 were buses. What percentage was this? Now if you see this question, question number 2, how we can express this question? How we can write this question? 18% of 650 is equal to 107. Is it? 107 is nothing but the value of 18% of 650. That means we can write this expression as 18% of 650 is equal to 117. So if you see this question, question number 6, out of every 20 vehicles, that means out of 20. So here in place of 650, out of 20, that means some percent of 20 were buses. That means some percent of 20 were is equal to 7. Is it clear? Out of every 20 vehicles passing a certain spot, 7 were buses. That means some percent of 20 is equal to 7. I think this is clear for everyone. So many vehicles are passed through that spot, but out of all that vehicles, some percent of them is equal to 7 buses. There are 7 buses. So you can write this as x percent of 650. X percent of 20. Is it clear? That means if you compare this question with question number 2, percent of total number is equal to given number. How we express in terms of mathematical term? Some percent of total is equal to specific number. Here some percent is not given. What percent was this? So percent is not given, we need to find the percent. Some percent of 20. What is the total number of vehicle here? 20. Some percent of 20. And here 7 were buses. 7 is the specific number for buses. Therefore, some percent of 20 is equal to 7. Since we don't know the percentage, we can assume this as x. Is it clear? So how we can write this expression? X percent of 20 is equal to 7. Again, see this expression. How we can write the expression in terms of mathematics? The word expression in terms of mathematics, specific percent of total is equal to given number. Here percentage is not given, that's why we are considering x percent of 20. Why we are writing here 20? Why not 7? Because we will write with percentage the total number. Here total number of vehicle is 20 and number of bus only 7. That's why we are writing is equal to 7. Now x percent, that means what? X by 100 of means multiplication into 20 is equal to 7. That means how we can write this whole term? 100 into 1 is equal to, there is 1, na? So 100 into 1 is equal to 100 and 20x is equal to 7. Now see, there is no number, that means what? 1. Now this fraction is equal to this fraction, that means what? We can cross multiply these two fractions. So 20x into 1, what we get? 20x is equal to 7 into 100, we'll get 700. Therefore x will be equal to 700 by 20. That means 0 0 you can cut. 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. That means what? 35%. Answer is 35%. Since in the very first we assume that x percent of 20 is equal to 7. That means 35%. The percentage of bus in that spot is 35%. Is it clear for everyone? Now next move to the next question. Question number 8. A certain alloy consists 3 parts of tin to 5 parts of copper. Now see here, 3 parts of tin and 5 parts to copper. That means 3 by 5 is its ratio. 3 parts of tin to 5 parts of copper. That means what? 3 by 5. Now see, if let us there are 3 parts of tin and 5 parts of copper, then how many there will be total parts? 3 parts of tin plus 5 parts of copper. Is it clear what I want to say? 3 parts of tin and 5 parts of copper. Therefore, total parts, total number of parts, it will be 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. How we can write this? Total number of parts in that alloy. 3 parts of tin is mixed with 5 parts of copper. That means total number of parts is 8. Total parts is 8. Now out of 8, 3 part is tin and 5 parts is copper. That means what? Total number of part is 8. This out of 8, 3 part is tin. That means 3 out of 8 is tin and 5 out of 8 is copper. Therefore, part of tin. Therefore, tin, how much? Total is 8. Total is 8. Out of 8, how many parts are tin? 3 parts. So we can write this 3 by 8. And copper. Total parts 8. Out of 8, how many parts are copper? 5 parts. So how we can write this? 5 by 8. Is it clear? Total number of parts. This alloy is formed by 3 parts of tin getting mixed with 5 parts of copper. So 3 parts plus 5 parts. Total parts is 8. Out of this total 8 parts, 3 parts is tin and 5 parts is copper. So therefore fraction of tin, this will be out of 8 3 and fraction of copper out of 8 5. Now what is asked in the question? Read what is the percentage composition of the alloy. That means in that alloy how many percent of tin and how many percent of copper is there. So percentage of tin. First, percentage of tin. How we convert the fraction in terms of percentage? In exercise 9a already we solved that type of question. Is it clear? 3 by 8 into 100. This whole will be converted to percent. I think this is clear for everyone, since we solved in only the last exercise this type of question, how to convert fraction and decimal in terms of percentage. So percent of tin, 3 by 8 is fraction of tin, so we need to convert in terms of percentage. So 3 by 8 into 100, you will get the value 37.5%. I think now this is clear for everyone how to simplify this. There is nothing that means 1, so you will first convert in terms of multiplication of fraction, then you will convert to decimal. Next, percentage of copper. What is the fraction of copper? 5 parts out of 8 parts. So 5 by 8, to convert this in terms of percentage into 100, this will convert it to percentage, and your answer should come 62.5%. Okay, so your answer is percentage of alloy. So percentage of tin will be 37.5 and percentage of copper 62.5. Now you can cross check also your answer is correct or not. That means simply add this 37.5 and 62.5. If you are getting 100%, that means what? Your answer is correct. You will get 100.0. That means what? 100%. That means your answer is correct. So I think this is clear how we need to convert this in terms of percentage. This is we learned in exercise 9a only. Now next move into question number 11. The speed of a train is 80 km per hour. It is question number 1, increase to 130 km per hour. Find its percentage change, increase. Similar type of question we solved in exercise 9a, but here it is given in word term. So first let us understand how to convert word terms into mathematical terms. So initial or original speed 80 km per hour, increase to 130 km per hour. Find the percentage increase. So what is the formula of percentage increase? Percentage increase is equal to increased amount divided by original amount into 100. I think all of you can remember this. We got the formula, na? Therefore first write the formula. Is it clear for everyone? We can write percentage increased is equal to amount of increase by original amount into 100. If it is decrease in question number 2, this is question number 1. In question number 2, it is written as decrease. So in case of decrease, percentage decreased is equal to amount of decrease by original amount into 100. I think this formula is clear for everyone. So now percentage increased, amount of increase. Now see here, initially it was 80, it was increased to 130. That means what? Amount of increase, difference between the two number. Is it clear? Difference between two number, difference between 130 and 80. That means 130 minus 80. amount of increase. Initially it was 80, but it is increased to 130. That's why, since 130 is larger, so we'll subtract the smaller number from larger number. So 130 minus 80. But in question number 2, decrease to 65. Here 80 is greater than 65. So in that case we will write 80 minus 65. Is it clear? Since it is increasing, that's why 130 minus 80. That means here you should get positive answer. Okay, that's why you will subtract a smaller digit from the greater digit. Now original amount. What was the original amount? Originally it was 80. 80 into 100. So 130 minus 80. 50 by 80 into 100. Is it clear? So you can simply cut 0. So now it will become, you can simplify this also. 4 2s are 80, 4 25s are 100, and 25 into 5 you will get 125. 25 into 5 you will get 125 here, and denominator will left as 2. Now divide this. 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4, 1 will remain, so this point. Next 0 will come, so it will become 10. 2 5s are 10. See how I am getting this? 125 by 2. 2 6 are 12. 5 will come. 2 2s are 4. 5 minus 4, 1. Since we can't divide 1 by 2, we'll place here 1 decimal. That's why 1 0 will come. Now 2 5s are 10. So answer we are getting 62.5. That means 62.5%. The percentage increases 62.5%. I think this is clear for everyone. Similarly, try this question number 2 also. Next question number 15. The population of an Indian state is 8 crore. What is the total number of population? Total population is 8 crore. If it is increases by 2% every year, if it is increases by 2% every year, that means increased amount in 1 year, 2% of 8 crore. Find the population of the state after 1 year. So see, population is given as 8 crore. It is increased by 2% every year. So 2% of 8 crore. So what will be the value of 2% of 8 crore? First calculate increased amount. Increased amount, 2% of 8 crore. I think this is clear now. Initially it was 8 crore. It is increased by 2% every year. So 2% of total number. 2% of 8 crore. So 2%, that means what? 2 by 100, is it? What is the meaning of multiplication into 8? Okay, 2 by 100 into 8. We are simply doing the same again. In place of 2%, we are expressing this in terms of fraction. 2 by 100 of means multiplication, 8. We can write this. That means what? Now it will become 16 by 100. Is it clear for everyone how we get this 16 by 100? Now 16 by 100. That means what? How many digits here? How many zeros are here? 2 zeros. So decimal will be before 2 digits. So it will be 0.16. What is the unit first? What is the unit? Crore. So 0.16 crore. 2% of 8 crore is 0.16 crore. That means in 1 year 0.16 crore population increased. In every year 2% of 8 crore is increased. That means what? 0.16 crore increase every year. Now see the question. What is asked? Find the population of the state after 1 year. So before that 1 year, before initially it was 8 crore. Again it is increased 0.16 crore. Therefore after 1 year population, therefore after 1 year population will be, say initially it was 8 crore, again it is increased 0.16 crore. So 8 crore plus 0.16 crore increase. That means what? This part will be added every year, na? So initially 8 crore plus 0.16 crore. That means what? 8 plus 0.16 crore. Therefore 8.16 crore. So after 1 year this will be 8.16 crore. Initially 8 crore, again in every year since it is increased 0.16 crore. So initially 8 crore, again 0.16 crore increase. So 8 plus 0.16, 8.16 crore. So I think the questions we discussed today, this is clear for everyone. So please try to solve the other unsolved question. Okay. Thank you for today's class.